What up, what up, what up? Double M's, it's your boy Keith.
And it's your girl Manzi. Ew.
And we back.
With another video.
Yeah.
And this time you guys are doing delightful donuts.
What's that crack? Donuts.
What we got here, babe? What we got here?
Some kolaches.
Y'all see that?
Yeah. Kolaches.
Got some donuts.
Got some glazed twists. And an apple fritter. Y'all know me.
Yeah, he like apple fritters. Yeah.
Trying to incorporate some fruit.
You better cut it out.
Got my protein in there.
Let's get into this blessing session.
All right. Most loving and gracious Father, thank you once again for all your bountiful blessings. Thank you for our friends and loved ones coming in to join us. Add a blessing unto them and unto this food for the nourishment of our body. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
All right. Y'all, go and take a bite. That's pretty good, man.
Is this sausage? A sausage with cheese? That's really good.
Cheese on it.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Trying to slow it down. Dang, it caught me.
Hiccups. So I hope you guys having a beautiful day today.
Yep. The weather is changing. Y'all, the sun is kind of at its, you know, it's hiding. The sun is hiding. That's what I want to say. It's a nice cool breeze out. The last past couple of days, the sun has been really hiding. So we know the weather is about to change. It's about to get cold.
I can tell y'all. And of course I had her to stop and get me some coffee, so got my ditties for y'all today. I hadn't had none in a while.
You know, we've been making coffee at home.
Yeah.
Been pretty good.
Get up early enough, you know, make a cup of coffee. And I do really well when I first get up in the morning. Jump in the shower, brush my teeth, wash my face, then get that coffee. I'll be good to go, y'all. I'll be good to go.
So, getting up in the morning and starting our day with y'all, having a little bite to eat, some coffee.
That was really good. Really bad. Really good.
Something real light.
Yeah, just something quick bite. They're really small kolaches. You know, in Panama City, where I'm from.
Yeah, Dandy Donut.
Dandy Donuts make the big sausage. They had a big cheese sausage in the middle of that thing. You see how you can see all that space between their kolaches and the sausage and the bread. Dandy Donuts had that thing.
Dandy Donuts had that big Dothan sausage in there. Big.
Oh, really?
You got to get some grits.
Don't try to throw Dothan up in Panama City. Don't try to throw them in there together like that. Don't do it, please.
Hey,
please, don't do
it. That's the first place in Panama City people be running, though.
Oh, whatever. Stop. You can't tell him that and whatever. You know, y'all, it's so crazy how life is like a full circle. And I'm going to tell you why I say that. Because Keys is from Dothan, Alabama. I'm from Panama City, Florida. And everybody who knows the areas knows that Dothan and Panama City are only an hour apart.
Mm-hmm.
And we used to go to Dothan every summer, almost every other weekend, to my Aunt Johnny Mae's house on Apple Tree Street.
And I got an Aunt Ruby that stayed downtown that way on Apple Tree Street.
And never knew who Keon was. Keon never knew who I was. But it's just funny how life brings you back full circle. And then we meet in Orlando. Found out he's from Dothan. I'm from Panama City. Oh my God, really? What? Okay. And then you found out we had relatives who lived on the same street. And no, we're not kin, y'all.
We already had everybody looking. You got nope.
No, we're not kin.
Nope.
No, we're not kin. No, we're not kin. But some of our relatives do know each other though. Like know of each other. So, because you know, of course, Dothan is like not a big place either. You know, so yeah. But it's amazing how life just brings you at full circle, and then you end up, you know, meeting each other. It's like, dang, we have so much in common. Yeah, we have so much in common.
Wow. Probably would have stepped out just a little bit more and went around the corner as a little kid. Would have probably seen them. All of them. Jimmy.
David.
Would have seen all y'all playing outside.
Right. And you know what else too? What I was gonna say? I was gonna tell them something else. That hasn't slipped my mind that fast. It was something about us and our families. I can't think though. Sorry, y'all. I just lost my train of thought. I see Keys gonna get into them donuts for y'all.
Yeah, I know y'all want a piece. They so light, airy, sugary, falling off.
And he eating it off camera. Get over here. Let them see you eat that donut. Yeah. Tell them don't be trying to go off hide not with a donut on y'all. Trying to hide that. Yeah, but man, something I was gonna tell y'all.
Yeah, we out here enjoying one another.
Yeah, you know, I took this day off, you know. I just like, you know, I don't want to work for anybody today. I just wanted to take a day and just really just relax and enjoy being with my husband. And you know, we both decided we weren't gonna work today. You know, just keep the day to ourselves and just focus on some other things we want to do. You know, we really do want to do some other stuff and just how to, you know, go about getting it started and things like that. So that's all we're really doing today. A lot of brainstorming, a lot of praying, just focusing, y'all. I want to tell y'all something. Be mindful of the fraudulent stuff that go on around you. I'm telling y'all, be mindful of that.
Yep.
And I really need to tell y'all that, because let me tell you what happened to me. I happened to receive a priority U.S. mail envelope. Now, you know, you get something for priority, it's got a tracking number. You know, you think it's legitimate. You know what I'm saying? You really think it's legitimate. And the company sent me a cashier's check from a bank that I do not bank with. So I wasn't going to put that in my bank account. So I just took it to the actual bank that they put on there. And I think it was SunTrust.
Yeah.
And we went to SunTrust Bank just to check the validity of the check. Because I'm like, this is a very specific amount of money.
Now, y'all, you need to have some street smarts or just some common sense about things.
Right.
Don't go, oh, I got a check. It got your name on it. Look good. And you go deposit that thing in your check. Now you're in
your bank account. Yeah, your bank account. Then your bank got to check the validity of it to the other bank.
And they're going to hold funds. They're going to
hold your funds because they're thinking
7 to 10 business days.
Yeah, because they're thinking that you doing something fraudulent. Now you got to go in and explain yourself and go into investigation just so they can know that it was not you. But see, one thing about me, and one thing about where we live, when we get mail, it automatically goes into a thing called Lux Order. And Luxor Order takes a picture of the package, the front of the package. It tells you where it's putting the package at. And then you basically go in there with your code and sign and open the box and get the package out. Well, I had pictures of all this in my email already. And when I saw the check, I'm like, I don't bank with SunTrust. This is a very specific amount of money. And I wasn't expecting anything from SunTrust. So this doesn't make any sense to me. But I said, we'll just go to the bank and verify what this is.
Sure is. Because if it was real, we're going to get that loot.
It's so crazy. But, you know, we're the kind of people where we already had a discussion about it. It was like, you know, if it is, we receive the blessing. If it's not, we still receive the blessing. Because you know what, God, thank you for protecting us and keeping us from any fraudulent activity.
Yep.
Get in the bank.
One thing, I'm sorry, baby. If you ain't work hard for it, you know it ain't
real.
Yep.
It ain't real. You know, don't get caught up in these scams and these liars and these manipulating people out here who trying to come up with ways to, you know, scam you out of money. One of the red flags on the check was the fact that they didn't have enough routing numbers on there, and then they had SunTrust. They had the wrong routing number for SunTrust. Now everybody knows that you can look up a routing number online. Any bank will give you their routing number easily. You may not get the account numbers. You know, you can't get that information, but you can definitely get a routing number. That's nothing. I mean, you go anywhere and Google SunTrust routing number. The routing number was all off and wrong. The black SunTrust bank manager was a very nice lady. Very nice lady. And she could tell we were good people. And she could tell we came and did the right thing. And she said there is a scam that has been going around. And she said you'll probably receive a phone call next from the person who sent you the check asking you to send them back some money or something like that, she said. And you know what's so crazy, y'all? Because one thing about me, I'm a little investigator anyway. I investigate everything. Keys tell you, I investigate everything.
That she does.
And I went online because the address that it was sent to me from was Missouri City, Texas. I then went online to look up Missouri City, Texas, and look up that address and look up the company name that sent it to me. Mind you, the company name was nowhere to be found, so I knew that was red flag number one. Number two, the address was to a house on Zillow, and it had no one who was living in the house or something like that. Like the house either up for sale or for rent, something like that. So it's basically a vacant house. Somebody just used that address so they couldn't be traced back to them. So of course this person was trying to do fraud. And number three, trying to set me up in the midst of it all. And I just said, you know what? Thank you, Lord. Thank you for protecting me. Thank you for covering me from such, you know, activity, because you just don't know about people, you know what I'm saying, what people are doing when they find your address. So when you online, you know, buying stuff online or shopping online, doing stuff, these sites are taking information from you. They're taking your address down, they're taking your phone number, you're getting phone calls from numbers you never even contacted before. And I said that's another reason I'm probably gonna go ahead and change my phone number, because we're getting a lot of crazy, like, different phone calls from different cities, different states, even out of country calls. And I said when that start happening, it's time to change all the passwords, everything you got going on. All your passwords need to be changed, and you need to go ahead and get a new number.
This stuff starts happening the most around the holiday season. Yes. Thanksgiving coming up, Christmas will be right around the corner, and then you got to be cautious about going and getting your gas and swiping outside. You know what I'm saying? Every chance you get, go inside the store. I know you're in a bit of a rush or you're running behind, but you need to go inside the store and utilize your card, because you swipe outside, they have those little bands and card readers inside those
what just happened, baby? Tell them what just happened. Hubby don't even use his credit cards like that. We don't use our credit cards like that, y'all. Hubby happened to log in to check on his credit cards. We always log in and check on our stuff every month, whether we use it or not. We just want to check on certain things, because
sometimes we make a bigger payment, say we use it just to do something, and make sure we because we do use we use them, you know, here and there. We don't use it like
frequently, not frequently,
to make the payment back. So you won't have to make a next month's payment or something like that. But here we go with the shenanigans, and you see a false thing on there, so you gotta go in. But with certain cards, they are able to send you emails, and you can email them back and go through the steps. You don't have to have the phone calls anymore and go out.
Yeah, you have the mobile apps to your credit card. Like
Yeah.
we have all the mobile apps to our credit cards on our phone. Keys happen to be logging in, you know, doing Face ID, logging in, just check on everything, make sure everything's straight and the payments went through and everything good. Then it immediately sent up an alert. Did you charge $1 at a gas station at Hampton Inn? So that goes to show us that somebody was trying to do something fraudulent. If we'd have verified that $1, small payment, you know, because sometimes people verify smaller payment. Oh, maybe I did for $1, but that's a red flag. That's because come on, $1 on a credit card. I'm not gonna put $1 on a credit card.
I ain't gonna do
I'm
no
gonna put it on my
$1.
debit card. I'm gonna put it on my credit card. So it was like crazy. It was like, no, we didn't do that. So of course JetBlue reversed that quick. So the next thing you know, all we doing is logging in now, changing passwords, changing everything. So, and that's the one thing I love about Navy Federal too, because with Navy Federal, there are a couple of security codes you got to go through in order to get in our account.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's security questions, passcodes. So it ain't happening.
And they ain't sitting there holding you on the phone talking about, well, you know,
either
hey,
you know or goodbye.
Yeah. Have a nice day.
Yeah,
when you
Navy
figure
Federal
it
quick.
out, call us back.
Yeah, Navy Federal is quick.
Yeah, they're on time. When you figure it out, call us back.
They quick. They quick to shut up. Listen, I forgot my own passcode a couple times, and I know
when
it's
you
me.
figure it out,
They
call
tell
us
me
back.
that, figure it out, call it. Or this is the way you can go and change that. But you got to go through some security steps. They're gonna verify you to the max before you can change anything. So I don't even. We just wanted to talk about y'all being safe and just being mindful of the fraud that go on. I'm telling you, it's some stuff that go on out
So,
here,
y'all asking us about Georgia.
Yeah.
Here's a check mark.
Yes.
Hey, man. Oh, man.
But you know, we were told this when we first moved here. A lady was like, be careful giving out your social security number because they do a lot of fraud down here, honey. I was like, woo, kind of like, you know.
Is this what they talking about, entrepreneurship? Jokers doing fraud. Hey,
it's going on. But you know, it's big in Miami too. You know, it's big in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Orlando. It's big everywhere.
It's big.
I don't care what state you go to. Fraud is fraud, and people are doing it. And you just need to be careful of giving out your information and just making sure that you are not being vulnerable to these type of incidents, and you know, because it can be tragic. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could be out here literally having your credit in shambles. I used to work for a call center, y'all, in Orlando. It was when I first moved to Orlando. And you know, you don't have any credentials or anything like that. I was young, like 19, 20, and I'm just trying to find a job. So I got a job at a call center in the Castleberry area. And they had a contract with Sprint. And I knew this place was rinky-dink because, I mean, everybody was making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches on break. They had a big old thing of peanut butter. They had a big old thing of jelly. And you would just make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches all day if you was hungry. That's what they had you doing because they didn't want you leaving for lunch break. They wanted you to stay there and get those people to
I ain't digging in no
Me neither, so I can't eat it. I can't eat it.
A whole company of people
digging
in the peanut. I already don't like it. Somebody
Let me finish my story
the knife that had the jelly inside the peanut butter, stick the peanut butter.
No, they had plasticware and stuff, so you would get your own plasticware and get your stuff out. But I didn't like the way they had it set up. But anyway, moving along. So mind you, my cousin, shout out to you, Keena. Keena, you remember, girl?
She worked there too?
Keena worked next door at the call center for Orbitz. You know Orbitz, a travel agency. Keena worked next door for Orbitz, booking vacation packages. Now y'all know. Now y'all, Keena. So I'm next door working for the call center.
Gleefa!
Shut up. So I'm working next door, you guys, at a call center too. So we're all in this little plaza, and we're like, the office doors are like really next door. Like, okay, Orbit's right here, I'm over here. I can come outside, my cousin next door, that kind of thing. So I'm working next door at the call center, and we are working for Sprint. We're contracted through Sprint. Sprint has us getting people to get new phone service. You can get 4 or 5 lines. So there was a couple of my coworkers. Now, mind you, everybody knows that when they do credit verification, they're supposed to be doing it on a computer. They should not be writing your information down on paper. But we had credit authorization papers, and we was writing down people credit card information and their phone number, everything on paper. And then we would take the paper over to the verifier, who would then go through the second verification process, then set up the lines, send the lines out to the address. Now let me tell you what a couple of my coworkers were doing. They were going outside on their cell phones, going through the verification process, because they knew the number, going through the verification process with the person's identity and information. And I really felt bad for this older man, because I remember us calling him, and I was sitting next to the girl in the cubicle, next to me. And the man was like, I'm not interested in no cell phones. I'm an older man, not into that. I don't need no cell phones. He had the best. When I say the best credit, he had the best credit, y'all. He had that good credit. He had that going to get what you want credit, okay? His credit score came back an A. His credit grade came back an A, and he had like over 800 something score. He was, you know what I'm saying? This girl took the paper, snatched it from me. Oh, he can go through the verification process. I said he doesn't want anything though. He said no. Do you know she eventually took that man information and got 8 phone lines, and they was around town in Orlando selling them phones on the streets. I said, this is really, really sad. And let me tell you something. It got so bad. There were so many employees doing it. I'm telling y'all, was so many of them doing it, that when Sprint snatched the contract, the company was like, hey, we ain't paying some of y'all. Some of y'all ain't getting no paycheck for what y'all was doing. They was out there showing out. Literally, I'm talking about, it was a lot of black folks out there showing out about their paycheck when they know they had been, defrauding the system and taking them people credit information and getting cell phones and then taking the cell phones, selling them on the streets. Now, how you gonna get mad because you didn't get your last paycheck and you was doing that?
But should have been happy. Walk away, charge it to the game.
Right, you're not going to jail.
Took your name down. Go to this person, that person. Just go.
They ain't gotta take your name down because they've been paying you already. Previously, you've been getting paychecks. You've been cashing them, so they got your name, they got your social security number, they have all your information on file. So who knows if any charges were brought against some of these people later on. But I know that I used to work the morning shift and the evening shift when they would come in at 5. Honey, let me tell you something. It was like Seinfeld to Powell. We were like Seinfeld in the morning. They was like Power at night. It was lit in there. I said, I can't work the evening shift. They tried to offer me the evening shift. I said,
No.
Because they was taking everybody credit apps, getting cell phones. So that's why I say, y'all, be careful who you talk to on the phone, because some of these places are not legitimate, y'all. Some of these call centers are rinky-dink operational places, just setting up shop in a building that is for lease, and they defrauding you. So I'm just very mindful about who I talk to. If it ain't Sprint directly that I'm calling, the Sprint customer service, And I've worked for the real Sprint customer service before, so I know what the office looks like. I know where the location of one of them was in Orlando. So I knew the place that I was working for at this time was a offset contracted company, but they were doing things totally wrong. And they put a lot of people credit in a vulnerable situation where people were actually defrauding them. So
sometimes I just really don't know who I'm married to.
Whatever.
I'm appalled.
Oh, you ain't appalled. I wasn't doing it. Don't play with me.
Excuse
I
me.
wasn't a part of it.
Hey,
I was too scared.
I'm not pointing fingers, honey.
Yeah, you is.
I'm just saying, I'm just shocked.
Whatever.
Wow.
That thing know what's funny. I remember I told my cousin, she told me, what's going on out there? All them people out there. Everybody losing their job.
Messy, what's going on? You know exactly what's going on.
Kena told me, that's a shame. That was a shame though, y'all. That was so dirty. I said, all these people with good credit is gonna have to go back and try to get this stuff corrected, and they possibly won't get their scores back up. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Because some fraudulent, mess these people done did to their name. You know what I'm saying? So y'all be careful giving out your information. Be careful people calling you saying you won something. Be careful with all that foolishness, because it's a lot of fraudulent stuff going on out here. People are desperate nowadays. People don't want to work hard for anything no more. People just want to take the easy way out, defrauding you, credit card fraud, all that stuff. It's even crazy that even we moved into our new place, and mind you, we live in a really nice, quiet area. I was shocked when my credit card company was like, because my credit card had expired. You know, the year on it had expired, so they wanted to send me a new one. Do you know when I put the new address in, they was like, we need you to verify who you are, because your address is associated with fraud. I'm like, huh? How? This nice area, these good people around here. Let me tell you something, honey. It don't matter whether you stay in the hood, you stay in the suburban area, you stay in a nice area, whatever you want to call it. It's quiet, peaceful. The people look nice. They look like decent people. There is always somebody somewhere nearby on some foolery. So do not ever stereotype any situation or any area. Never think because you're moving to a place or you're living in an area that you're living in a good, safe place, because nobody's ever really 100% safe. I'm just saying. We only could trust God and hope that he keep us safe. But let me tell y'all something. No place is safe like that. I was shocked. So I had to send a copy of my ID. I had to send a copy of my my signature. Everything. They want everything. Like, we want to verify you to the max, because we ain't sending nothing out there.
To the max.
We ain't sending nothing to that address until we know you actually do live there and that you actually did move there, because fraud is going on, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I was really shocked to learn that it's really bad here. Yeah, it's really bad here, y'all. And we ain't been here but 2 months, and that's all that has all occurred. So,
Ain't with it.
So just be careful. Like I said, just be careful, y'all. Take care of your credit. Take care of yourselves. Make sure you check on that stuff regularly. Don't assume that everything good. Check on it regularly. That's what me and Keys do. We check on it regularly.
That's how you see us out and about. We handling business.
Oh yeah.
In the car, taking care of stuff, making sure stuff in order. You know, you got to do that. Hey, pay attention. Pay attention.
And let me tell you something. You know, when you avoid problems or you don't want to deal with something, let me tell you something. All you doing is making the problem bigger for later. See, if you go ahead and tackle it head on, like monthly, we sit down and talk about the budget, talk about the bills, talk about different things. Okay, what are we doing this? Okay, this is the progress we're seeing. Okay, on our chart, we making progress here, we making progress there. Oh, we headed for goal. You know what I'm saying? When you look at your progress and the work that you putting in, and you really make a chart to measure your progress, then you feel better about things. But it's when you sitting around blaming each other. You caused this, you caused that, you did this, you did that. No, we ain't talking about problems. We only talking about progress. Problems don't make any difference. Yeah. The progress is what makes the difference. Yeah.
It's about how you gonna handle the problem when it occurs, or when it happens, or when it commits. You know what I'm saying? So that's not the real issue. A problem. Yeah,
and we have to learn how to take our problems and turn them into progress. Okay, we know this is what we have going on. Boom. We already know this. So we done talking about that. Now how we get into the progress.
Yep.
And then as you see yourself working towards it, you feel a whole lot better as a couple, as a unit, as a union. Everything as a team, you feel better. Like, dang, baby, we making progress. We doing this thing. We actually are making it happen. And that's what I love about me and Keys, because we have learned over the years in our growth and in working on our marriage that teamwork is everything. We want to work as a team. We want to work together. We want to be together all the time. And that's a beautiful thing, because some people can't stand their spouse. Now, I can't wait to go to work because I ain't got to see them. That ain't me. I hate going. I don't want to go to work because I don't want to leave my baby. I don't want us going nowhere different. I want us to go together and do this thing. You know, so that's what we're working towards, honestly, so that we can work together, be together, and really build a strong marriage.
I don't even want to get out the bed.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm really done. I'm just done.
Work from the bed.
I'm really trying not to laugh, because I'm trying not to encourage this foolishness. I'm really trying not to, y'all.
Clocking in, never clocking out.
I can't.
Hey y'all, we just wanted to come spend some time with you.
Yeah,
y'all.
that's all. You know, it's not. We know it's not a real mukbang.
Hey, we ate a donut with you.
Right. Well, you did.
Hey, be happy. Be happy. Share my darn apple fritter. Things sacred.
Yeah, today we decided to get something a little early while we was out and about. We probably won't eat no more the rest of the day. Or we probably have a little something small, a salad or something, because we ain't gonna really eat like that. I know we not. We're not. But we hope you guys enjoyed this video, this lesson on credit, this lesson on fraud. I'm telling you, it's real, y'all. Take it serious. Take it serious.
Stop playing.
Yeah,
Stop
take it
playing.
serious. Listen, y'all, take it serious. I don't care if you don't
What you do,
if you don't live in Georgia, take it serious, because fraud and people, you know, they I'm telling you.
Hey, if you ain't checked yours, in a couple of weeks, I know you need, when you get off of work or stop what you're doing right now, check on your stuff.
Right.
Check on your business. Get the business.
Yeah, make sure everything good, y'all. Make sure, you know, ain't no charges on your cards, on your debit card and credit cards that you know you didn't make. Because if you know you don't use them very often, you know the last time you charged something on your credit card and stuff like that. So you need to look at that stuff. So just check it out, because there are people out here trying to defraud you, especially when your credit score is rising, is looking pretty good. People ready to get you. People ready to get you, boo. And we don't work too hard on our credit to let somebody just be, you know, not happening, Captain.
Yeah, I don't care if it is $1. It's
right.
It's
mine.
mine.
$1. That's right.
It's mine.
It's $1 I didn't spend. $1 I'm not paying no interest on either.
Yeah.
Please. $1 on a credit card. We knew that was a no-no. I'm like, And we ain't been no Hampton, Georgia.
Yeah.
Which we know Hampton is right over there by McDonough and Locust Grove. And I'm like, but we ain't been over that way.
Yeah, so don't forget to like.
Subscribe if you haven't already.
Share the video.
I ain't gonna hurt them to share nothing.
Get down there in the comments.
Yes, hit us in the comments. Let us know if you had these kind of issues before too. Talk to us.
Holler at your boy.
Holler at your girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the remix, y'all.
Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can get notified of all our content and all our videos.
I don't know what to do with my husband, but he better come back. He better come back with me. Come back. Come back. Come into the light, Caroline. Come on back now. Don't do that. You're doing way too much. Way too much. The donut did it to you. The sugar did it to you.
Probably was the sugar.
Cause you acting up today. You acting up right now.
Hey y'all already know. Like I said, hit that bell, bing, so you can be notified of all the content, all the videos that we have in store for you.
And we'll see you in our next video.
All right, y'all. You already know. We out.